stories with state lawmakers.
Plus, dozens of Lincoln students walk out of school in protest today. We're going to tell you what it was all about.
And we also have the latest tonight on the details of the homicide in Lincoln from over the weekend. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. We're going to have more on those stories in a moment, but first tonight, the latest on a large house fire in North Lincoln. That's
right. The fire broke out a little before 3 o'clock this afternoon. It happened near 20th and Groveland Street, which is just north of Cornhusker. Officials say the fire severely damaged the home and a detached garage. Firefighters also say today's winds did not help.
Took a little bit to mitigate the fire, as there is a little wind today, and those always tend to feed the fire. But our crews were able to get in pretty quickly and mitigate this fire and get it under control.
Now, thankfully, no one was hurt in the fire. So far, no damage estimates have been released. Also, investigators are still looking into what exactly caused the fire. Lincoln police are still searching for a suspect in a weekend homicide.
18-year-old Damian Brave died from gunshot wounds late Friday night. Police Chief Teresa Ewan says that they responded to reports of gunshots fired near 27th and Fair Streets. When officers arrived, police say several people were fleeing a house party. Ewan says Brave was a student at a Lincoln high school. She says there is no ongoing threat to the public.
We are aware there were dozens of high school age individuals at this party who possibly witnessed what occurred leading up to the shooting and the events afterwards. All information is valuable in this case, and we are asking them to come forward to talk with investigators about what occurred.
Ewan says there will be a dedicated hotline for tips in this case. It's right there at the bottom of your screen, 402-441-7333. Or you can also call Lincoln Police or Crime Stoppers if you have any information. Those numbers are also there for you.
Lincoln police are also investigating shots fired early Sunday morning. They found 50 shell casings from 2 different handguns near the rail yard. 2 vehicles were hit, one of them several times. No one was hurt, and this investigation is ongoing. Authorities are investigating 2 deadly accidents in central Nebraska.
The first happened in Grand Island at the Highway 30 and West Old Highway 30 intersection just south of Ryder Park late Friday night. Officials say 2 vehicles were involved. Police say a 44-year-old driver was taken to the hospital and later pronounced dead. A 49-year-old woman and a 15-year-old girl also suffered serious injuries.
In Merrick County, a single car crash killed a driver. Now, this happened near Archer. The sheriff's office says a car hit a power pole after failing to navigate a curve in the road. The driver, who was not wearing a seatbelt, was ejected from the vehicle. The victim has yet to be identified. Today, members of the LGBTQ+ community went to the state capitol to tell senators their stories.
They say they're looking to have their voices heard as several bills make their way through the legislature. Channel 8's Matthew Mittleiter has more. Matthew?
Members of Out Nebraska met this morning to make sure their voices are heard by senators in the legislature. Many say with some controversial proposals being discussed and voted on which would affect the LGBTQ+ community. They're looking to add more perspectives to the discussion. I spoke with several members who are at the Capitol and say it's important to be aware of who your senators are and what's being voted on. They say having senators see their constituents and hear their voices helps to inform the lawmakers before they make important decisions that affect people's lives.
It was actually really nice to meet a senator for the first time that actually represents my district. This is great. It's great to have representation and to actually show up and actually show the senators that there are people who do care about this, and it's not just a invisible issue. It's very visible, very prevalent.
Some of the bills discussed with senators were LB 574, the ban on gender-affirming health care for people under 19, and 575, which would prohibit trans athletes from participating in sports designated for the sex opposite their sex assigned at birth. Lawmakers say hearing from their constituents rather than just looking at numbers or statistics on a page does have an impact on the decisions they make. I'll have more on this story at 6 tonight.
We'll talk to you then, Matthew. Thank you very much. And in protest of those bills that Matthew was talking about, just before 10 o'clock this morning, about 70 students walked out of Lincoln Southeast High School for a protest.
LPS says students organized the walkout. It was to bring awareness to their concerns about trans rights. Now, one of the proposals they're rallying against would ban gender-affirming health care for trans youth. LPS says while walkouts aren't approved by the district, they monitored students to ensure their safety and say everything remained peaceful. The school's principal also said they want to help guide students in learning how to express themselves with civility. A bill on the legislative floor would limit the amount of money school districts receive from property taxes.
Channel 8's Veronica Barreto is at the Capitol and joins us in the newsroom with more. Veronica?
41 senators voted to advance LB 243. Only one voted against it. Now this bill is part of what Governor Jim Pillen's administration is calling the largest package of tax cuts in state history. If approved, it would gradually increase the amount of state property tax credits given to landowners between now and 2029 by over $200 million. The bill would limit the money school districts receive from property taxes. It includes a 3% limit on the total revenue growth of school district spending. Some worry it would have negative impacts on Nebraska's education system.
And why do we want to remove that cap? To provide a little extra tax relief for everyday Nebraskans. It's really designed also to protect Nebraska taxpayers.
I do worry a little bit about how these measures together may impact some schools' ability to meet the needs of their community.
Those opposing the bill say funding for local schools could be in jeopardy down the line. Coming up at 6 o'clock, I'll have more on some concerns many have on this bill, and also I'll have more on those supporting it.
All right, Veronica, thank you so much. We'll talk to you at 6 o'clock. Now let's talk to Rusty because he's here with your first forecast after a beautiful Sunday. Today, Rusty, not bad, right? Just windy.
Yeah, it was a little, it was different. Let's just put it that way. It wasn't bad, wasn't good. It was just different than it was on Sunday. If you like those warm temperatures, though, I do have some good news for you here in just a second or two. But outside right now, we've got plenty of cloud cover. We've got clouds to the north and northwest, and notice the snow up towards the Panhandle. That's going to be there for a while. In fact, it's going to spread a little further south and east, and they've got all kinds of problems. But for us, pretty quiet. But here's a look at the watches, warnings, and advisories that are in place through Wednesday. It's Monday, and these go through Wednesday. Winter weather advisory in purple. Blizzard warnings for Cherry County into the northern fringes of the Panhandle, then winter storm warnings for areas in and around the Scotts Bluff area. But right now it's quiet in Beatrice, South 6th Street and Perkins. Shones Roofing showing just a mixture of clouds and sun, and it's still mild, 62 in Beatrice. Wymore at 60, Hebron, you're at 63. So a lot of 60s out there, 63 in the capital city, but it gets colder the further west and northwest you go. 50s in Broken Bow and North Platte, Thedford at 44, then the 30s as you head further north and west. A bit of a wind out of the north and east at 10 to 20 or 25 miles per hour with wind gusts pretty close to 30 miles per hour. Look at these temperatures as we head through tomorrow afternoon. We should get into the upper 70s and lower 80s for the southeastern corner of the state, while the rest of the state in the 30s and only maybe the 20s for high temperatures. So quite a difference from one side of the state to the other. Everybody is going to cool off, though, as we head towards Wednesday. More on that in just a couple of minutes.
Sounds good, Rusty. Thank you very much. Well, tonight at 6 o'clock, we begin a new weekly series called Your Wallet. We'll be covering all kinds of topics that center around your money.
And tonight we take a closer look at some safe investments, including certificates of deposit.
And it just kind of dawned on me that the rates are going up. Seemed like a very safe investment. Is this something I need to add to my portfolio?
Mark Navratil is, like many retirees, looking for areas to invest in that aren't too risky. With interest rates going up for mortgage and personal loans, they've also jumped for investments like CDs.
Yeah, so if you look at a year ago, if you're looking at a short term, something like a 2-year CD, you're making maybe 1.5%.
And those rates have definitely changed. In fact, they're the highest in 13 years. We're going to take a much closer look at this again, called Your Wallet, tonight at 6 o'clock. Well, artificial intelligence is taking social media by storm, with many wondering how far the technology will advance.
The music industry is especially paying close attention to AI, with artists and organizations questioning fairness and rights of AI-created content. The recently launched Human Artistry Rights campaign has already brought together over 40 organizations like the Recording Academy to protect artist rights. A UNL journalism and mass communications professor chimed in on AI's role in media, music, and education, saying it's unclear what could come, but its impact will be long-lasting.
This is a significant moment in society where we're going to remember the time before AI and after AI.
At this time, supporters of the campaign are being urged to sign a petition to advocate for best AI practices as the technology develops. Still to come on the news tonight, former President Trump is arriving back in New York City for his arraignment tomorrow.
The latest on that and your full forecast with Rusty after the break. All eyes are on Manhattan ahead of former President Donald Trump's arrival back in New York.
Tomorrow, he's to be arraigned on various criminal charges related to alleged hush money payments to porn actress Stormy Daniels and a Playboy model as well back in 2016. Now, Trump denies the affairs with both women. Sources say he will not be handcuffed during booking, and the courthouse is ramping up security measures ahead of the arraignment.
Now this, all while New York is calling on all of its police force to keep the peace as federal officials monitor possible protests in New York and in Washington.
This is unprecedented. We have Secret Service involved. I understand they're closing the courthouse for the afternoon. I just don't know what to expect to see.
New York City, as always, will be prepared. The NYPD and our entire public safety apparatus are always prepared. We are working closely with all of our partners to ensure everyone's safety tomorrow.
On top of this court case, the former president is also facing other criminal investigations for attempting to overturn election results in Georgia, alleged mishandling of classified documents, and his actions during the January 6th insurrection. While the U.S. is already on track to pass the average number of tornado deaths each year, which stands at 70. In early April, we've already recorded 63 deaths across the nation.
This weekend, storm system spawned at least 59 tornadoes in 11 states between Friday and Saturday. Communities in Arkansas and Tennessee are picking up the pieces after numerous tornadoes ripped apart towns. Many neighboring states like Illinois and Alabama also dealing with the fallout from the same storm. In Indiana, one family is thankful they all made it out alive after having to hide in the bathtub with their infant.
So yeah, this is where we were at, right here in this bathtub. She was in her car seat and we were all kind of just hunkered over her, you know. And we could feel our neighbor's house literally crashing against ours. It was terrifying. I just had her a week ago, so it was really scary. I was worried about her. As you can see, she's fine. All I cared about was her. So to know that she's okay, that's my biggest blessing.
Research from the American Meteorological Society says there may have been an increase of later winter and early spring tornadoes, and that Tornado Alley will likely continue shifting eastward toward the Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi area.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Fantastic bit on that part of that story where she put her baby in the car seat. I mean, that's the safest place you can put a child like that because they're meant to keep them safe. And also, adults might as well put on a helmet. If you have a bike helmet or even a football helmet, that'll help keep you safe too if there's flying debris around. So just a couple of pointers out there. Hey, look at this. Goodness sakes, this is from Corey on Twitter. He sent this in just about an hour ago. This is in Albion. These are cloud streets. It may be gravity waves, kind of depends on what exactly is going on here, but these just popped up in central Nebraska, and there's some in Aurora, there's some in a couple of different spots. So if you live in central Nebraska, they may still be out there. You might want to peek your head out the window because this is cool. I mean, this just happened in central Nebraska. I mean, that's worth printing that out and taking a look at it. It's there we go. It took a second for this to pop up. Southeast Community College, cloudy and mild. 63 degrees in Lincoln, 62 in Beatrice, 58 in Wahoo, so a little cooler, but most of us in the upper 50s and lower 60s. The wind is out of the east, kind of shifting to the northeast at 10 to 20 to 25 miles per hour, gusting to 30 to 40 miles per hour. It's 29 in Lincoln, 25 in Beatrice, but a wind gust of 37 miles per hour in Hastings. So it is a little windy out there today, and it's a little cooler than it was yesterday for all of us. And things are going to be really interesting the next 24 hours. I'll show you that here in a second, but 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts for a good portion of central and eastern Nebraska. Satellite is showing some mixture of clouds and sun for Lincoln and Grand Island, and this is the area that's those street clouds. And then the cloud, and you can kind of see them. See those little waves right there? There's even some over here towards the southwestern corner of the Panhandle. Snow up here. That is going to continue to make its way south and east and stop about from O'Neill to North Platte. So watch that snow. It's up there for a long time. That should stay there through Wednesday. And then as we head into Tuesday morning, notice a blip here and there. This is Tuesday, 6 a.m. We could see a few showers in our area, eastern Nebraska from about Lincoln and Omaha north, and then that snow still there to the west. And that continues. See, it's still out there, a few showers here and there. So through Wednesday, winter weather advisories in purple. That's about as far south as the snow is going to make it. A couple of inches of snow here. Blizzard warnings from Cherry County, Valentine west into Sheridan, Dawes, and Sioux County. Winter storm warning just on the southern fringe of there. And then, of course, that winter weather advisory. So they're looking at maybe a foot or more of snow in parts of northwestern Nebraska. And a lot of wind, 40 to 50 mile per hour wind, so not ideal. Now for us, here's a severe weather threat And it gets really close to southeastern Nebraska before this very quickly moves to the south and east. So we're just right on the fringe of that, and because of that, we just have we're just barely in it. A marginal to slight risk for southeastern Nebraska, better chance this area, moderate risk. They could see some really nasty weather in parts of Iowa and areas to our east. Tonight, though, we should be quiet and mild, 40s, 44, mostly cloudy, small chance of rain. I think that better chance is going to be early tomorrow morning. 81 for a high tomorrow for Lincoln and Beatrice, 82 in Nebraska City, but you do not have to go very far north and west to get colder. 81, that morning shower possibility, windy and warm. And that's, a light switch is flipped and we go to 47. So we go from 81 to 47 on Wednesday. Then we kind of even out a little bit, 60 on Thursday, 70 on Friday, middle 70s as we head into Easter weekend. Small chance of a little rain shower on Easter. Otherwise, very quiet precipitation-wise for the next 10 days. We are starting to desperately need some moisture, especially this time of year. Those April showers just do not want to show up in the forecast. So hopefully that changes sometime soon.
Absolutely. And that 81 to 47, that's a big drop.
Whiplash.
Yeah.
Did you guys get outside yesterday?
Oh, yeah. It was a beautiful day.
All day.
Yep, we basically spent the whole day outside too, and then Aurora crashed very hard from running around all day.
I bet.
So, all right, thank you very much, Rusty. Split day on Wall Street. The Dow gaining 327 points. NASDAQ is down 32. S&P adding 15. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
This week, the indictment of
Finally tonight, scientists have recorded the deepest ever fish. Last September, a sea robot filmed this snailfish just above the seabed off of Japan at a depth of 27,000 feet. That's, roughly 5 miles. Scientists also physically caught 2 other fish at 26,000 feet.
Those are not pretty fish. That's a new record for the deepest catch. The fish have tiny little eyes like you can see, but their bodies are translucent and no swim bladder. Scientists from the University of Western Australia and Tokyo University of Marine Science and Technology released the footage. It's part of a 10-year study into the deepest fish populations in the world.
Yeah, who would have thought about that, right? Yeah, they are kind of interesting looking. So,
yeah.
Final check of the forecast, Rusty.
Speaking of interesting looking, you want to see more pictures of those? This is what it looks like from our camera right now in Aurora. You can see those, they're just kind of lined up there. And it's really hard to explain why that happens, but it's kind of like if you throw a rock into like a pond and you get the ripple effects. That's kind of what we're seeing there. It's just a ripple where the wind is going up and down, up and down, up and down, creating those clouds into just kind of rolls. Some you get moisture up and then down, and then moisture up and down. So that's kind of why those are happening. Like I said, it's not the easiest thing in the world to explain, but there it is. Here's what it looks like temperature-wise. It's much warmer in Lincoln and Beatrice, 63 and 62. Cooler in Norfolk at 54, so about 10 degrees cooler. York at 57, 61 in Aurora, and 59 degrees in Columbus with a east-northeast wind, 10, 20, maybe 30 miles per hour. Not a lot going on precipitation-wise for the state. A little bit of a break in the Panhandle where they're expecting a lot of snow over the next 24 to 36 hours. A mixture of clouds and sun and some even really cool-looking clouds for parts of the state, especially central Nebraska. Look at this blizzard warning. It goes from the north and northern and north central and northwestern Nebraska all the way up into parts of North Dakota. I did measure it. I think it's about 600 or 700 miles worth of blizzard warning right there. So just an incredible amount of wind and snow going to be happening in that area. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all very different. 81 Tuesday, 47 on Wednesday, and 60 on Thursday. So do not get used to one day because none of them are going to be the same.
I love it. It's all different. Thanks, Rusty, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 News mobile app, you'll be the